Shout out to Expect the Unexpected. Shout out to Wrenchy T. Everybody here on the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Oswaldo Solis. Yo, what's going on? Looks like the notifications are coming on in. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, man. Love y'all. Love y'all. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're okay in this Bitcoin dump. All right. What's going on with Bitcoin, guys? We're going to get into it like we do every day. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. I love you guys. 5 people watching, 5 likes. You guys are amazing. You guys know what's up. Let's take a look at coin market cap. Bitcoin down, wow, 14% in the last week, 5% in the last 24 hours. That's a pretty big move. Down, Ethereum down 5%, back to 1,200, but holding above 1,000 is huge. You think about it, just a few weeks ago, Ethereum wasn't even $800. So you have to remember how fast we went up. These corrections are wonderful. Polkadot at 15. It was just $5, guys. Right? Good thing I sold my XRP for some sand and doubled up. Things happen, right? Cardano, 31 cents. Took a huge dump, 11% dump. Litecoin, 16%, back to 122. Come on, Litecoin. You can do better than that. Chainlink holding $20.83. You know, Binance Coin holding that 40 region. Bitcoin Cash, 381. Stellar Lumens, looks like there's a dump coming. We're going to talk about that. Uniswap holding 1393, up 67%. Only coin that just impervious to the dump, up 14.66%. And you can see Uniswap DeFi decoupling from Bitcoin in a way. I mean, say I'm wrong, right? 265. Aave also decoupling, up 17% in the last 24 hours. You can see DeFi just giving a big middle finger to Bitcoin and the rest of the market, saying, you know what? And you know what? Because most of my portfolio is in DeFi, or at least half, I'm doing pretty good today. Could be doing, better, obviously. But, like my VeChain down 15%, but my SNX up 1% today in the last 24 hours. Still up 4% in the last week, right? So we got SNX. Celsius, another DeFi coin. Look, impervious. So we can start picking out the DeFi coins, compound. And it's not a coincidence. We go find MakerDAO, and you see, look at EGLD up 21% in the last week alone. So EGLD was a big part of my portfolio. So was Algorand, up 4% in the last week despite Bitcoin, right? So all these things kind of coming into play, right? And that's why if you have enough of these hedged, in my opinion, you're going to be all right. Look at this, Swissborg, whatever that is, huh? Curve DAO. Anything with a DAO in it, everything with the, everything in DeFi is doing really, really well. Let's take a look at CoinGecko, all right? We'll take a look at CoinGecko. And what I want to see right now, too, is I want to take a look at YFDAI. Because YFDAI was doing unbelievable. Did it take a hit with the rest of the market? Usually it does, but it's DeFi, and I just want to see. This is kind of represents DeFi in a good way. If I see this above 3,000, okay. Took a 10% hit, though. I mean, we were already at 3,800. Coming all the way back down to 3,000. Market cap holding $12.6 billion. Big news, PancakeSwap out today. I like to see that. PancakeSwap doing its thing. Interesting, to say the least. So, yeah, I mean, so just want to show you PancakeSwap real quick. This is what I'm into, Pancake Finance, PancakeSwap.finance. Something that I absolutely love. It's cake, baby. And this is how we work with the cake, right? And you get into your pools, and the EGLD pool started. Yes, it did. I've already got my cake in there, man. See my connect? You can see, look, I am staked. Unlock wallet, connect. Or am I on the Ethereum mainnet? Got to be on the Binance Smart Chain. So let's see. I'm not even signed in. That's why we didn't see what was going on. Shout out to everyone here. We're about to get into Bitcoin. We're going to show you some stuff. We're just going to go over what we see in the markets today. More comments. Come on, 9 of you, 80 people watching. Let's get those comments flowing. Okay, let's take a look, man. This is back to normal now. Interesting. There was a bug in this. It was saying 3,000 yesterday, but this makes more sense now. End of the week predictions. Yeah, Slam Duncan. Shlam Duncan. Shalom Alaikum. I like that. There's a comment from XRP Music. Appreciate that. So look, there's my earn. I'm already starting to earn. EGLD, I got 0.004 as it starts to trickle in. Only making APR of 3%, 35%. That's horrible. Might have to unstake that. We'll see if that grows. But if that stays the same, I'm going to be unstaking and hopping back into the cake pool to make my 177. The reef pool ends today or tomorrow, I believe. Actually, tomorrow. Really small gains on the EGLD pool. Not too excited about that. So maybe I'll have to make a move out of that. But we'll see. That may change in the next few days. It starts off smaller. I think it could grow. We'll see what happens with the EGLD pool. Greetings with the force, man. AW. So there we go, man. Pancake swap. My baby. And if we take a look at Cake on the day, Cake was at like 111. Boomed up to 130 last night, honestly. Back to 118. Cake is just doing great. Up 142% in the last month alone. And because once you get Cake, you stay Cake. And you don't want to leave Cake. And because of that, Cake is a beast. Cake has something that nothing else really has going for it, right? Okay, let's get into the markets. Let's get into the markets. Let's show you what we see going on right now for Bitcoin. 1 inch holding 239 too. So like every kind of obscure, strange, funny coin that we all got into, they're doing all right. Slightly bearish engulfing candle. We did get to 270, but you know what I'm saying? This thing was just 130. We're still holding 100% gains in multiple coins. Aave's starting to bounce again. It was 254 like a second ago. It's already getting bought back up. These dips get bought back fast. They seem kind of shady, but they get bought back up really, really fast. Look at Aave even flagging here. If we go to the 1 hour, that's a clear flag. Look at it. So it's like Aave's still looking bullish to me. That's a bull flag. You tell me what you guys think with a breakout and basically a retest at the top of the bull flag. That would be an indication that Aave wants more. And you could look at the daily on Aave. It's about to rip, right? Actually, no, that's not true. Bitcoin actually had a daily that was about to rip, so I misspoke there. But still has some room to go. We could come down here and loop up. We'll see what happens on the daily for Aave. It is a little extended, though. Okay, Bitcoin, man. Let's start the day with the Bitcoin dump. Love waking up to see Bitcoin tanking down to 29K, right? And look, we hit the 50-day moving average. That's a big deal. I don't see us getting below the 80-day moving average. I don't see us getting all the way through these moving averages. These are going to be hard, strong support. You're going to have the algos kind of loading up on these. One thing I don't like to see, this is what I said was really shady yesterday, was look, we had a double bottom, and then the Stokes turned down again. I've almost like never seen that. We went through multiple double bottoms on the daily, all this region, and we never saw anything like this. This is very strange for Bitcoin, man. But yeah, this is very strange for Bitcoin. You can see DeFi really just holding its own, though, against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, up, down, up, down, up, down. What do you think is going to happen now? I feel like it's going to go back up to about 32,800. But remember when we were down here, I said we were going all the way back up to 34.8, and we did. We played the top of the pattern, and that's all you have to do. Let's get into the 1 hour. The daily is low, though, right? These Stokes they are pointed down, so it looks like they want to do this. Now, the last time we went here, we did get from here, you know, not too bad of a downtrend. But we can go from about, this was 37K down to almost 32K in this region here. Trying to figure out where Bitcoin really fell. Not even that bad, though. Looks like it's like a $2,000 move. So we could test 28.5, in my opinion, because the Stokes want to go and do this. But then the daily Stokes are going to be really low and ready to rock. Like, this is like when you're up in a trade and you see the Stokes are up here, you know you're not going to get that much more. And it's the same thing here. We've been going down for the last, since January 7th. We've been going down for 2 weeks now. A couple little spurts in between, but this is a downtrend for 2 weeks straight. It's a clear falling wedge too. No one can deny that it's not a falling wedge at this point. It looked like a pennant at different times, but we have now extremely made a falling wedge. So yeah, this thing bum. It's looking pretty good. Now we are bouncing, right? Now my level of support that I have here is 27.9, about 28,000. Our next level of support is 24.3, and then another level of support after that is about 21,000. I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin. Just continuing this pattern. Maybe it goes up one more time, comes back down and tests 28, and then we're off to the races, back up to $58,000. I have two targets here. One is 51,000 and one is about 58,600. So I would not short Bitcoin. I would continue to buy these dips. You can do what you want though. You can do what you want. You can defy me. You can defy yourself. Maybe you have a better plan than me. Hey, I'm the crypto lifer. I'm not saying everything I do is right. All I'm saying is this is what I'm doing. Difference between me and a lot of other people is I come out and tell you what I'm doing, right? And I stick with it. And I'm willing to take the public lashings or the public praise for however my life goes, for however I publicly announce what I am doing in the crypto space. So I believe what I'm doing is good and will help others. But Chris Conlon says, I'm scared. Don't be scared, Chris, man. Don't be scared, man. You could have been scared back at 3K. You could have been scared when we didn't break 12K and looked like we were going to break 10K. You could have been scared when we had issues at 19 and looked like we were going to retrace back to 15. But man, don't be scared now. We're in a good spot. We are. And even if Bitcoin tanks all the way back down to 20K, we're still in a great spot. We really are. But I don't see that happening. Too many buy orders, too much pressure. Too many people know that it's their chance to buy Bitcoin. You have to remember, people wait on the sidelines for days like this. And this happened in the middle of the night, only in the morning. People are now waking up. They're transferring funds. They're getting ready to get into Bitcoin. So I feel like this will get bought up just like every dip gets bought up. And we will continue to make our move. We're also really far away from the 21-day moving average. We never get that far away, even in a dip. Even in the pandemic dip. Look at that. This is the pandemic where life was just like the biggest red candle in life. Everyone was just freaking out. That was the day to be scared. And you know what I did, Chris, on that day? I bought 0.68 Bitcoin that day. And I bought about, only 500 USD worth of XRP. 16 cents, man. So, and look where that money is now. So you want to buy in these fear days. You really want to do. You want to. What you want to do is number one, you want to listen to me instead of letting my words go in and out of your ears. You want to actually conceptualize what I'm saying and use it to your advantage. Weird that it says we're in extreme greed right now. That doesn't make sense. I'm wondering if this has a reading. The next update will happen in 8 hours. So let's wait for that 8-hour reading. This reading is off. We're going to have to wait 8 hours to see this fear and greed index. Look, a bit of an inverted head and shoulders, though, over time. But this is the crypto fear and greed index. You want to buy whenever we're in fear. You want to sell whenever we're near the greed. I'm saying, though, it may not be the best oscillator. It may not work great because it doesn't understand how much the greed could actually be. We were getting pink, then we got another red, which is not good. I don't like to see that. Stokes tell us we want to go down more. I trust the Stokes more than I trust the MACD. They tend to overrule. They tend to be the one that you have to listen to the most. So I say that we do go down a little more. Hopefully we get bought back up on the dip. We might get rejected by 30,500. Come back down to this green line again at 28,000. Maybe wick to 27. Big Irish, bro. This bull run so far isn't what I expected. A little let down, to be honest. Think people thinking way too high. Big Irish, man. I'm Irish, man. Shout out to Big Irish. Big Irish, man. It's funny you said that, right? Because I was just saying, like, people were. I'm gonna have to counterplay what you just said there, Big Irish. Because think about it. I got into Aave. I'm about to bust your bubble real fast. All right, check this out. This is the daily, right? So these are days, dude. Days, right? 79 on December 29th. It hasn't even been 1 month. So I don't know. I guess you don't like making 260% in a month? There's one. Here's 1 inch. Let's see. 1 inch on January 12th was $1. Okay. You don't like making, even now with the pullback, 118? Never mind 145% gains. Algo. Got into Algo a month ago, right? Around December 5th, even in this area here. So you don't like making 100% in a month? That bothers you? Alpha came out literally on the 29th. This has only been out for 28 days, right? Not even 27 days. 700% at the high of 983% gains. That bothers you? That's not a bull run? Do I need to keep continuing? I think I do. Do you want to see bot today? BOT? So maybe a lot of people that say what you said, Big Irish, and I love you, man. I'm Irish 100%. The fact that you said you're called Big Irish, my dad's good friend was called Irish. I'm not lying. His name was Irish. Michael O'Connor. He died recently of cancer. He was my dad's close friend. He was an uncle to me, and his nickname was Irish. I grew up in Boston where we're all Irish, man, and I'm talking, I think you don't understand where we could go. Someone actually, I'm going to say something, Big Irish, man, and I hope you're over 6'5", calling yourself Big Irish. I'm like 5'11", 5'10", and I'm a bit of a fighter. I don't fight anymore, but I'm not a snowflake, I'll tell you that. But, yeah, if I was calling myself Big something, I hope I'm like a beast. Anyway, I don't want to mess with you. You probably are 6'5", and you come right through the computer. But anyway, shout out to you, Big Irish. And you can see I'm spending a lot of time on Irish because I'm Irish, and I like Irish people, man. It is what it is, right? Anyway, bot up 190% in the last 2 days. Okay, it actually went up even more. So there's coins exploding. There's DeFi exploding. There's moves to be had. Yeah, like there's money out here, man. XTZ just recently broke the low 183 area. It went all the way to 328, and now it's down here, but it's doing great. Alts are holding really well against Bitcoin today. Despite Bitcoin's dump, the alts are just like, nah, we're kind of gonna do our thing. Like we're gonna complete our trajectory. And honestly, I'm telling you, man, Bitcoin is going to go over 100, 200K. It's only a matter of time. The month just started, man. It's like we just 3x'd in the last month. We could 3x in the next 2 months, 3 months. You could see this 30K turn to 90K. You know, you have to remember now a 3x. Bitcoin does the X's the same amount. It doesn't matter how big it gets. So Bitcoin is going to start doing its thing, man. And yeah. I stay bullish on it. Yeah, EGLD is on fire, man. So let's go back to Bitcoin for a second and stay on it. But shout out to you, man, and everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much. No one knows for sure where we're going, but I have a strong indication that with institutional buying, with printing of the dollar, watch the stimulus come out. Things at the store are going up. The prices of food is going up, right? So look at Bitcoin already getting bought back up. And where did it get bought back off? Off the 50-day moving average. Maybe I'm just in the wrong things. VET, ADA, BTC, and ETH, and Matic. But I'm holding and hoping. Thanks, bro. Love you. Love you. No, thank you so much, man. And I appreciate you saying that. Love you too, bro. Anyone that can say love, man, is got a good frequency on them. Scared of what? Yeah, man. Nikolai, man, you need to help him out, man. It's my buddy, man. My buddy. Anyway, so we're going to look at Bitcoin right now. To me, the daily has to go down a little more. So I think it's very possible that we come and test 27.7. I think that's a very possibility. Do we break 27? I don't think so. And I think the lowest we go here is my support and resistance line right here at 24, high 24s. Maybe even like 24.8. And that coincides right now with where the 80-day moving average is. And we're extended. You know, let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is dumping. It wants more to dump, right? Look, has like half more to go. So it is saying that we need a little more time to go down. So the weekly suggesting that we may go to 27 or to 24,000. I hate to say that's what the weekly's showing me. I mean, look, if we were right here before though, but here's something funny to look at. The Stokes were crossing here, and they got this way halfway. And then look, even though it kept going down, we went up while that Stoke. So it doesn't mean we can't continue up while this goes down. Because look, there's one right there. Look, this goes down. You can see the price goes down though. From here, it goes down, but it just not much, right? Not from the lowest part of that candle. And if you're not understanding what I'm saying, look, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, see, we're right around here. I'll put a line. So I'm trying to judge where the price went in this section of the, I do this a lot. This is something that you don't see a lot of other YouTubers do. But I juxtapose the idea here next to each other that we have this much more to go on the Stokes, right? So I try to understand how much this area here is there. So what you can do is you can put a line where it starts on the V, put a line where it ends on a V, and then look at the price. And you can see that the price didn't drop too drastically. So hopefully we can get a sideways action coming out of here as these Stokes lead off. And that's something that the weekly is okay with. That's a deep dive in the weekly. You won't see anywhere else. And I think that really kind of gives me a good feeling. Here from Joe at Trade Intuition channel. Shout out to Farmer D, man. Thank you so much for coming on in to the live stream. So check it out. So there's something you don't see on any channel. And that's why my brain is just different than anyone else's you'll ever meet. So the way I look at the charts isn't going to be like anybody else. It really isn't. You can watch 100 different YouTubers and they all kind of chart similar. But to me, you're going to see really strange, different ideas coming out of me. And that's, I believe, why you should join my channel and be a part of the YouTube group and be a crypto lifer, because you're going to get exposed to things that will change your mind. And there you go. I just showed you here that we have this much to go on the Stoke Weekly, and we didn't drop too much there. It doesn't say we can't drop much, and I'm not saying we don't, but I'm just juxtaposing this one to how much more we have, and that's the weekly. And it tells me, you know what? There's a good chance that 28,000 holds pretty well. Even there's a good chance that that's as low as we just went. Like, that was your dip buy. You know, people don't realize you can see Bitcoin at 38,000 tomorrow morning. Like, this thing moves, and when it moves faster than you would ever believe. You know, take advantage of the time when it's kind of just kind of hanging out. Take advantage of that time. All right. So there's Bitcoin on the weekly. That's really like going to give you the most. The monthly is turning. The Stokes are turning. That's something to think about as well. We got to put that into perspective. But it says we have more room to go. You know, like we could get all the way up to 50K before we turn on the monthly. Got to get you some likes in these lives, bro. Yeah, usually we go in at 9:30 every day. I've never seen you here in the live, you know. This is what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened is we always get about 20, 30 likes. We were getting 70 and 50 likes, and we were getting a lot of views. Yesterday, the stream actually blew up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the stream got up to 100 views as I was on, but we got kicked off by Google yesterday. Google had a horrible issue on the East Coast, and it took me off, took a lot of other people off of their live streams. So that was kind of whack, right? So yeah, look, yesterday 138 views on the video, and it was at like 93 while I was still pumping. I got cut off while I was in the middle of the video. I did so many things. I didn't know I was done. I was actually live streaming for 20 minutes. Wow, I'm hurt. I've been here multiple times, bro. Damn, that went deep. LOL. Wow, I'm hurt. I've been here multiple times. Damn, that went deep. Big Irish, man? I've never seen you comment. Because I do roll call. Everyone here knows I do roll call. And we go Big Irish, Chris Conlon. And I would have talked about you for an hour being Big Irish. Maybe you came on one or two other times. But, damn, that went deep. Big Irish. Anyway, yeah. So, how late are you guys, too? It seems like you're kind of a little bit behind me here. How late are you guys, too? No, that's not. You guys aren't that far behind. You're about 6 seconds behind me. All right, so now we go to Bitcoin on. So we've looked at the bigger time frames. The monthly does look a little scary. I'll be honest. But right now, the daily, man. So the daily and the weekly are kind of in conjunction. Like they both kind of want to do a little more and then come to the upside. Now, when the daily's this low, that's a good sign to me. I'd start to get into a long position right here. I would ladder into a long position. I'm not going to say I'd go all in right now, but if I was going to put a $5,000 position, I'd start putting in 500 to 600 here, right? Longer here. What does that mean? Longer here. Interesting. Wow, took away the like too? Damn, that's crazy. Had 15 likes. He took his like away. Really? Big Irish, were you that hurt? Are you that soft? Irish aren't that soft, man. So, come on, man. Calling yourself Big Irish, take a like away? No, maybe it wasn't you. I'm just messing with you now. Anyway, longer here, latency. Oh, the latency is longer where you're at. That's interesting. So my latency is quicker than yours. Aha. Interesting. I have noticed it because you guys say something and I'm like, I said that like a while back, you know? Anyway, so take a look at Bitcoin. Unless you guys are late, hit the live. Hit live. You may be behind. You may not be live. You may have jumped into the stream and just be a little bit behind me, you know? Few seconds on my side in Germany. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yo, Chief Dubas. Yes, Liver. Hello from the UK. Shout out to Chief, man. I'm the remote chief, so any chief, I like the chief, man. I want Tom Brady to win, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Tom Brady fan, man. I'm from Boston, man. I'll always be a Tom Brady fan. I don't care that he doesn't play for us anymore. I'll always be a Tom Brady fan. Funny, the BLX is saying it's at 32.5. This is wrong, right? This is weird. Why is this index telling us? And it even has a different look on it. The Brave New Coin Liquid Index on Bitcoin. You can see it actually has a moving up stochastic. It has a candle that got bought back up off of 30,090, 900. This may be the market aggregate. So we're looking at Binance only, but throughout the world, maybe Bitcoin's actually a little more stable. Cake's starting to make its move again, man. I'm just like Cake's starting to rip again at 122. Like Cake just won't stop. The daily is spent for Cake. Might be a good time to take a little profits on Cake. Maybe sell half on a double. I'm just saying. But you know what? Even if it comes back down, it's just such a wanted coin at this point. You can see it's starting to break out of this. It was a bull pennant in my opinion. Now it's kind of like a rising wedge. Cake. So back to Bitcoin on the 4 hour, right? 4 hour is getting low on the stochastics. We see that, right? So it tells me that that's also a bullish sign, you know? Like you don't want to sell, you don't sell things when you're this low. You buy into things when you're down here, into this oversold region on the stochastic RSI. So, and look, we did wick to the bottom of the pattern and we got bought back up. That's a valid touch. So look, I'm going to swing my lower trend line up, and that's a valid touch on the bottom of the trend line. It really is. So, as a pattern trader, I trade the pattern. I just say when you touch the bottom of the pattern, you eventually move up back to the top, which would put us back at 32,800. And from there, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to say I know exactly what's going to happen. I am bullish long term. Like, and long term, I mean by about end of March, I believe we'll be well above the 45 into the 50K region. I believe 60K by April. 60K by April. I think Ethereum will be about $2,500 by around mid-March, St. Patrick's Day area, something like that. These are my just overall predictions. Right now, though, it's very possible that we do this. And let me give you a visualization so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But it looks like we could do something like this. Okay. That's very possible for Bitcoin. But right now, bouncing off the bottom of the pattern, look, we come up, we come down, we come up, we come down. Looks like we'll head back to the top of the pattern, about 31,900. So that would be my long on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is also low on the Stokes, pointing up. So you have low Stokes on the 1 hour. You have low Stokes on the 4 hour. That's setting you up for a nice couple, you know, maybe an afternoon of trading, you know, 36 hours, man. So yeah, shout out to Marlon, man, for the stream. 899 subs. We're about to hit 900 subs, man. We got to get one sub during the live stream. If you haven't subbed, please sub, guys. We're about to hit 900 subs, and soon we'll be at that 1,000 subs, and then from there we can monetize. I've already had the 4,000 hours. So you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watchable hours. You need both. I thought you needed one or the other. No, you need both. And we're so close, man, to the super chats and the fun, and like it's just going to be more entertaining, right? I can do badges, we can make bosses, we can do all sorts of fun stuff with the chat. And I'm going to look into that and make the chat exciting. So stay tuned for all that, guys. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing time. All right, 11:59. Okay, the Dow down 279 points. Everyone knows about the GameStop shenanigans. We're going to discuss that a little bit. I'm going to read an article to you later on. So if you guys also want to know what happened with GameStop, if you want some deep insight as to like what it really means and what could possibly be a part of, yeah, that's something I want you guys to understand, right? So I'm going to read an article to you guys later on. It's going to be pretty cool and show you kind of what happened on the GameStop. It's actually not an article. It's actually a newsletter that I get sent to my email every day. But it was hilarious, and it's worth bringing up. Anyone who's trading has to bring it up. You know, I was actually super busy yesterday. Didn't have my head in the charts for one of the first days in a long time. I picked up on what happened. A lot of my friends and family said, oh, how come you didn't make any money on that? You know, you trade for a living. And I said, you know, number one, I don't get into pump and dumps of that nature. It's just not my status. Like, it's not how I'm going. I don't run after pumps and dumps. I dollar cost average the projects I like, and I sell when I'm up on a double, triple, quadruple, or more, right? So Bitcoin doing great. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. We gotta look at that, right? We gotta do the work, guys. Some days you want to just chill, you don't want to do the work, but you gotta do the work, regardless. So we talked about Bitcoin dominance on the channel, and I said to be careful, right? I said it looks like it could pump from here. And boy, did it, right? We got a little bit of a pump here off of 62.81 all the way to 64. Thank God we got rejected at 64. Made me super happy to see that. So we got rejected at 64. You know, we used to get rejected at 69, 70. I feel like dominance is never going to be back up here. Too many people are staking. Too many people are in the altcoins. And you can tell it starts to make a real sense. Look at Aave. Aave, yeah, it's gone up to 290 and stuff like that. But even last night, it was like, let's see where it was last night. So these are the 1 hour candles, right? So we can go back, or we can find out how long we had here. This is about 22 hours. So yesterday around the same time, Aave was sitting at 286, and right now it's at 272. That's nothing. It took a little dump, and now it's like continuing its way. So Aave did nothing compared to Bitcoin. It's actually pretty flat, right? It's actually where it was. So had you held your coins, you didn't lose a lot today. So while Bitcoin dropped, you actually maybe even gained a little on Bitcoin, honestly, because these coins didn't drop as much as Bitcoin. So you end up gaining a little bit. Look, on Aave, you gained 6% on Bitcoin today. And this looks like an amazing hedge for Bitcoin. We saw this pattern a lot. It was the gaping hole in the top with the rising kind of ascending channel here. Look for Aave BTC to continue its trajectory. So Aave BTC is holding you down. So as long as you get into DeFi on a BTC pair, we're kind of finding the kryptonite. That will protect you, right? That will protect you from anything happening if Bitcoin starts to play games. So again, all our due diligence, all the things we do here on the channel has protected our portfolios in times where most other people are buying and selling and buying and, oh my God, I'm scared. Like we saw that comment earlier. I won't mention who said it, but I'm scared, he said. And it's like, you know what? We got to just do the right thing over time and focus and do the work and do the due diligence, and we won't be scared. We'll be in a good place, right? We'll be in a good place. What's up, Robert Cox, man? My dude, man. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. I hope I didn't piss Big Irish off. He disappeared after that. Maybe he wasn't so big. I'm such a douche, man. Nah, man, I'm being rude. I actually was super happy he was there. But we'll find out, man. We'll find out. If you're out there, Big Irish, man, please leave a comment. Let me know you didn't bounce on me. Let me know you didn't bounce. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, it is kind of bottoming out here. You see that. That's something to be said, but we see no bullish divergence. Let me square myself away and just look at it for what it is. Kind of clean here. And you can see we're entering these lows that we were at before on the 1 hour, too. So now we're in a very nice downtrend. So I'll show you something here. It's either Bitcoin rallies or the altcoins rally, right? And it depends on what happens with Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance wants to break to the upside here and hit these new levels, 66, 65, 67, and then that horrible high here at 70, right? It could break back to the upside. There's a chance. Look, and form this giant double bottom. So we got to wait to see, man. Levels of support and resistance. It was good that we got rejected here at 64. It's a big deal. 64.46. So we got rejected at 64.46, coming back down. But if you look at the 1 hour, the Stokes are resetting. If you look at the 4 hour, the Stokes actually want a point down, which is great. Shows more downside for dominance. Yeah, Uni's just consistently in price discovery. Yeah, Irish bounce, dude. Farmer D, man. Man, you guys my true lifers. I know you guys know me now. Like, I might say something here and there, but you guys don't get hurt in the pants over it, man. Jesus. Anyway, Uni's been in price discovery, really, if you think about it. Like, but he's just saying, is it going for even more? Like, is it going to cross 14, go to 15 and 16? That's what Jesse B's saying, and I get you, Jesse. I get you. Hadouken's quick with the reprimands, man. You know. I love you guys, man. All right, so we'll take a look at what's going on. So Bitcoin dominance, it's doing okay. Looks like it's going to crash on the 4 hour, which is great for us, right? The daily wants to come back up, though. The daily says, I want to rev. Hopefully it crashes even more, and when it revs, it just gets rejected and continues down this downtrend that it's in. Just see it completely collapse. We get it all the way back to 57, man. We'd be, woo. I think February is going to be a great month. I'll show you a tweet. Charles Hawkinson's, right? He's one of the creators of Ethereum, founders and creators of Ethereum. He created Cardano. And I looked at one of his tweets today. IOHK, right? Peter Schiff. It's not a coincidence that some of Bitcoin's biggest pumpers are cheering the rise of GameStop and other heavily shorted stocks. Ignoring or not understanding the fundamentals is key to Bitcoin's appeal. So it makes sense that Bitcoin pumpers would jump on this bandwagon. Yo, what a weirdo, man. He's such a strange dude. I'm a Bitcoin guy. I didn't even do anything with GameStop. Come on, man. Most of us don't even trade stocks. Ignoring or not understanding the fundamentals? What do you mean? They understood exactly what was going on. They came after the short sellers and pumped them back up all the way. Rare photos expose what really happened behind the doors of Studio 54. Proceed with caution for these uncensored. Wow, Studio 54, man. We're not going to get into that right now. I'm probably going to look at that. All right, let's look at what John McAfee is saying today. Still arrested in Spain. And so, yeah. And it does feel like we're in a place. You're wondering why CME is up so much. Mr. Beast out here buying everything in their stores. That's funny, man. Market is never wrong. Uni at 14. Yep. This is Jacob Canfield. He taught me a lot. He's one of my mentors. Look at that. Look at that. Uni, baby. Wow. Or is this the top or is that the bottom, right? Can I go visit McAfee? Maybe you could. He's in Spain. You're in Spain. Yeah, maybe you could. I don't know, but it's possible, right? Look what he said. Millennials blame older generations for the madness of the world they inherited. The world's insanity evolved through thousands of years of tribal, ideological, and national self-interest. And the concept, we are right, you are wrong. I am certain you believe you are right. Yeah. Do you know yourself? Not your profession, your skills, your likes, your dislikes, your appearance. They are not you. I mean the thinker, the one who acts, who feels, who observes and experiences within you. If you do not know this thinker, then your thoughts are the thoughts of a stranger. I used to work for the government. Now I work for the public president at Freedom Press. Eric Snowden. I don't follow Snowden. Interesting. Now I do. Technology allows nearly universal communication. You may have many friends, many followers, but you are less lonely, less isolated. But are you less lonely, less isolated, more fulfilled? We have replaced human contact with an image of human contact, a mere thought. Can you look and deny this? No. No, I can't, John. Pretty interesting. We are striving to create a better world, a better environment, a better life for ourselves. Yet everyone seems to be filled with fear, greed, anger, dissatisfaction, and all the rest. We cannot create love from fear, compassion from greed. What we are is what we create. I am in prison. It does not matter where I am or what happens to me. It will not change the madness of the world. War, conflict, jealousy, emptiness, dissatisfaction. I am a transient, tiny spark in an infinite universe, as are all of you. And what got us here was Charles Hawkinson's tweet. I wanted to bring this up to you guys as well. You may not have seen it. He knows billionaires throughout the world. He's connected to the crypto space. And he tweeted a little something. He said, I heard from a little birdie. A little bird landed on my shoulder and told me that February is going to be a really good month. Bird gossip is generally reliable. In these difficult pandemic times, make sure you get your plague doctor plushie. Yeah, look, the plague doctor plushie. Look at that. Look, the plague face. Oh my God. With the leather gloves. What is Charles listening to? Let me entertain you. Robin Williams. The eagle has landed. The ego has landed. That's funny. Like the eagle. Anyway. Shout out to everyone on the live stream, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope I didn't lose anybody. We're doing something a little different today. Kind of getting into some tweets and some talk. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance, man. Doing its thing. Doing its thing. And it's hitting here at 62.86. I'd like to see it continue to drop. The daily says it wants to go to the upside. The 4 hour and the 1 hour say that it wants to kind of go to the upside as well. So we got to watch this 46, the 64 level. If we break it, watch your altcoins. So let's hope that we just kind of come up and we get rejected by the 21-day moving average right here, about 63, 68, 64 at the very, very highest. Total and total 2. You guys are upsetting me, man. Like yesterday we were on the live stream, right? And we had the trillion again. And every time we break 1 trillion, I keep getting convinced that we're not going to go below 1 trillion again. Like it's like, why go below 1 trillion? I told you the alts, though, was a big deal for me if the alts went below 300 billion. And we went to 313. Now we're getting higher lows. Look, there's our low. They try to wake us down again. And I believe this is DeFi staking. Look, we start to go up. People get in, stake, do this, stake, make some moves. These guys sell off. But look at all the people staking. They're not out. They're going to hang out on the stake because they have a long-term idea, right? So they sell off. Then some people get in here, stake, some people sell, and then they sell off. But you have all the stakers back in here. So now the price can't go any lower. And then they do the same thing as we continue in DeFi and in total too, which is all the market except Bitcoin. We're going to see these higher highs, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Now, this is forming a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. We are at the bottom, and we just established a nice bottom. It looks like we're going to go all the way back up to $361 billion. So wherever we were the last few days, looks like we're going to go up even more. So shout out everybody on the live stream. Now, here we have 487, 491, $491 billion. About 500 billion is the target if we can break up out of this rising wedge. So right now, I'm still bullish on the altcoins, man. They're looking great. Really no issues here. They just went up, down, like up, down, up, down, up, down. They're doing unbelievable. So, yeah, nothing to say here. That's looking great. Let's take a look at total. Now, total at 900 billion, right? We were just at 800. And total's doing something similar inside of this pennant. Look, wicks, higher wicks. Now we're at the bottom of the pennant. Looks like we're going to head all the way back up to 975. Maybe come back down again to 913 and then break out of this. This is a very bullish sign. This is a bull pennant. This thing's looking beautifully bullish. You have higher lows with lower highs. That's the definition of a bull pennant, really, if you think about it. And that's going to put us all the way here in about $1.4 billion. So despite the carnage that we're seeing here in the big picture, things look pretty good. The daily actually is about to rip on total. Look at it. We may have 5 or 6 more days of some pain, but once this daily irons itself out and starts to reset, man, oh my goodness, we are about to rock out. So yes, this could turn into a falling wedge too, as I just said, because I just said, hey, maybe the daily wants to extend, and we could kind of come down here one more time and maybe test 815 billion. I would not like to see that. We just got as low as about 845. We got bought back up by another 50 billion. So they're swinging 50 billion around left and right. Okay. So we went over the usual things that we go over every day. Let's take a look at Uni now. 1470. Jesus, Mary. Wow, it is flagging on the 1 minute. It took a dump though. So if you got in on the flag, it's starting to make that Bart Simpson. But it is bouncing off the 21-day moving average. That's like a very healthy sign for a run, right? Look, it kind of was going sideways here. Wow, Uni, man. Unbelievable. Broke out of the rising wedge. on that 1 minute. Now it wants to come for that retest, really, is what it's looking like. With the 21-day moving average in conjunction. Okay, so 1468. Anyway, what is GameStop doing right now? I kind of want to take a look at it. Let's take a look. Is it still pumping? Like, probably doing something insane. It actually still is pumping, isn't it? It's all right. Look at the gap, though. Look at that gap. This thing's insane. Okay, so I'm going to read you guys an article, all right? It's going to blow you guys away, all right? Check this out. I'm going to read you an article right now. Pretty interesting article, too, to say the least. Yeah, I would short the shite out of this thing now because it's propped up, you know, and when you have a buying frenzy like that, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to short something of that nature. It would make complete sense, and it wouldn't be that hard, right? So watch. This is something though that's interesting. I like the perspective of this article because it's a newsletter that comes into my my mailbox in the morning, and it's pretty interesting, right? Okay, so take a look at this. I'm gonna switch my email, but this is really cool, so stay tuned for this. I know I'm dragging a little bit, but just stay tuned, man. Or do you want to just talk like 100 miles an hour like every other YouTuber and like mess up your whole brain for 5 million years? Anyway, but take a look at this. Take a look at this. I like how he wrote this. Generation Z. Okay, I can't show it. It's in my email. I don't want to kind of. Yeah, I guess I could bring this over. Is it showing anything? Nah. Okay. Generation Z traders from Wall Street Bets who trade on Robinhood are absolutely exposing the Federal Reserve's artificially low interest rates. This is supposed to be an insider's game where only well-connected elites are allowed to become wealthy off the Fed's deconstructive monetary policies. But Generation Z, by working together and targeting heavily shorted stocks, have forced massive short squeezes in stocks like GameStop. Besides exposing the Fed, they have humiliated Citron Research while bankrupting Melvin Capital, who were short GME before the mother of all short squeezes. These Generation Z traders are causing very powerful people to lose a lot of their money. We expect them to be treated like domestic financial terrorists who are a threat to the global financial system. What they have done is even worse than storming the Capitol, right? GME is too unpredictable for us to play in any way. Our strategy to capitalize on the chaos is simply we are suggesting call options in real household name companies that are similar to GME with huge short positions for no good reason and have excellent chance of becoming the next stock to get squeezed by the Wall Street Bets mob of Generation Z Robinhood traders. At the same time, we're suggesting put options in stocks that we know for 100% fact are phony fake scam companies that Generation Z has mistakenly targeted and will soon be left holding the bag. This weekend, we did an in-depth analysis on heavily shorted stocks in existence. We came to a conclusion that Tootsie Roll is a stock that is most likely to experience a GME-like short squeeze in the near future. We can't figure out what on earth who would short 7.38 million shares of Tootsie Roll of a stock that has only 116.8 million shares in the float and averages a daily volume of 255,000 shares. A stunning 43% of Tootsie Roll's float is sold short. Can you believe that? which is an equal to 32x in average daily volume. No matter how high Tootsie Roll rises in the upcoming weeks, we see no chance of any dilution. Tootsie Roll has generally positive free cash flow from 27 consecutive years and has a buying back stock and reducing its shares outstanding for 24 consecutive years. Tootsie Roll has a large net cash position of $152 million. Yesterday morning with the trade, Tootsie Roll was trading at exactly 32 per share, and we predicted a massive short squeeze was imminent and suggested Tootsie Roll on February 19th, $30 call option at $3.80. TR closed today up 10% to 38.5 and has gained 17% since our alert yesterday morning. Our TR February 19th 30 call option suggestion closed today for $9, a gain of 136%. In 2 trading days, some of you have told us that you were playing TR February 5th 30 fall call option, which is actually very smart of you because that's now gained 205% since our alert yesterday morning. So there you go, man. The phony flake scam companies that Generation Z traders ran up in recent weeks without doing any research is Blink charging. We suggest Blink 50 put options the other day at $9.80. We made it clear that we expect Blink's decline to occur after ChargePoint begins trading in mid-February. Blink was a short squeeze today as a result of Jim Cramer touting EV changing stocks last night on CBC, which is always a sign of a stock's top. Yeah, when Jim Cramer talks about it, it's a top. We were very much aware that this could happen, which is why NIA's president is starting to buy only 20 February 28th $50 put options last week. A few minutes prior to today's close, NIA's president increased his stake 3.5-fold by buying 50 February 28th Blink $50 put options at $6.70 to increase his stake to 70 contracts. Blink currently has a market cap of $2.5 billion, or 64x its trailing 12-month revenue of only $4.4 million. Last quarter, Blink's total charging station review was only 162,000 for a year-over-year decline of 48%. The majority of Blink's revenue is coming from the sale of low-margin at-home chargers. Blink's EV charging station business is an absolute failure with plunging revenue and an average review on Google Play of 2.3 stars. So they pumped this stock up really, really good. There's an easy chance. Ledgemind reading, bro. I don't know what he's saying. Anyway, so that is insane, right? And so there's some good indications for you. Wall Street Bets, FTW, I heard about this, has already been pumped again today. Yeah, we're looking at it right now on the 1 minute, right? So this is the 1 minute chart, man. If you go to the 1 hour, right when it opened, look, it pumped from 272 back to 353. Already pumped. It's extended though on the 1 hour, right? I wouldn't get into that. It's extended on the 4 hour, right? It does look like it could gap up a little more though, which is interesting to me. But wow, GameStop doing its thing. Look at back on that 1 minute chart and you can see that it opened today with a gap up fast. It is forming a bit of a flag. To me, it formed this wedge here, then broke out of the wedge. Now it is in a flag a bit. Yeah, I mean, you could play the scalp with a tight stop. Looks like they halted it. Did they halt it? Yeah, they probably halted trade. Oh, there goes 350. About to break out again, I believe, and go up to what, 490, 485 target on the 1 minute? That's crazy. It's tempting, I'll be honest. It's a little tempting. 40% gains. And all you have to do is put a stop loss like right here at the bottom of the pattern. You get in right here and just put a stop loss for like, I don't know, 11%, 10%. So you could put 500 in, risk $50, and you might end up making like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 400. Cash App is down. No stonks trading. Oh, wow. Cash App is down, huh? They want to. Well, it's funny. Didn't you guys watch Mo come on my show and talk about AMC the other day? Remember, he said Roger likes AMC. We're looking at AMC, and we looked at the Mo Money list. And you can see, look, AMC at the top of the Mo Money list. This is nuts, man. We talked about AMC. Remember, it was all the way at $2. Remember that? And I said it was actually extended on the daily, and I would take profits. Like, this is insane. Do you remember this? We were looking at AMC, guys, when it was about $2 back here. Jesus, this is insane what happened to AMC. That is a bag of bags. Remember, we showed you the rising wedge. It broke up to about, We showed the bottom here at 190, came all the way up to that 221 region. We were looking at here. And I was like, well, it's a little extended. I would take some profits, wait for it to reset. It did reset back to about 2 from the 223 area. And then what the? Like, this is insane. It's $16 right now? We just talked about this at $2. That's an 8x. Stock market's getting out of control. They're printing too much money, man. It's like kind of scary. Like anyone and anyone can make money in the stock market now. It kind of pisses me off. Like I hate when you're in a niche thing, you know, like I've been trading niche for years and then everyone and their mother now is like, oh, I just made this. I made 10x. I made 5x. I made $1,000 in the stock market. So what they do is they're going to punish savings because they're going to print so much money and things are going to get more expensive. So you can't save money anymore because if you save money, you're going to lose money. Saving money actually is going to, like every month, you're going to have to pay for more for food because the dollar is going to drop. So that's going to punish savers. Savers it won't be good to save your money. You have to put it in the stock market. So now the entire country will have all their money in the stock market. And then when they crash it, it's just going to be an ugly thing, man. If you're not diversified in crypto, gold, silver, possible little bit of real estate, you're going to have a tough time. This can't go on forever. This can't go on forever. It just can't. It cannot. It cannot. It simply cannot. Roll call. Let's do a bit of a roll call. Expect the unexpected. Renchi T. Osvaldo Solis. Schlam Duncan. XRP Muser. The Force. Chris Conlon. Big Irish. My dude. But he bounced. Let's see. Big Irish. Farmer D. Levi 502. Jesse B. Hadouken AM. Chief Dubas 3. Osvaldo Solis. There you are again. I might say your name twice. Bagwell 33. Robert Cox. Sergio Mokanu. My dude. My Nano Man. Shout out to Nano Man. Jesse B. Hadouken. Renchi T. My moderators. Thank you guys so much for being here. Eddie DC. My dude. Love you all, man. Love you all. Every single one of you up in the live stream. GraphKings. My dude. Check out AMC stock. We went over that 3 or 4 days ago. Cash App is a scam. I lost $300. Interesting. Man, you are always losing or yo, man. This is Lewis. I know it's Lewis, right? I feel like you are always dealing with, yo, man, Lewis, man. I love you, bro, but if I had $1 for every time you said you got scammed or lost or beat or something happened, I have no idea, man. With apps like Robinhood, they put stock market into anyone's hands. They make it very easy to invest. It's another thing, man. Technology has made it more easy for the average person to get into the stock market, right? It used to be more niche, and now it's a lot easier to do. So that's something to think about as well, right? So in answer to the question that you came here for today, right? Is Bitcoin going to go down to 25K? I'm really going to stand here and tell you, I really truly believe it won't. I believe that we have too many moving averages in a line. Like I have, actual TA behind it. We have too many moving averages in a line. Look at Aave back to 283. Oh my gosh. So Aave pumping now. Like this is insane. Its all-time high was 290. So look for Aave to probably go into its all-time high today. Remember, Bitcoin dips, great time to get into a coin, man. Great time to get into a coin. I sent money to a friend. It showed pending on her end, and then she hit refund, and I didn't get anything. Neither did she. They have an ongoing class action for lots of bugs. That's horrible, man. Only problem I have with Cash App is it makes me money. Interesting. I put this GME crypto that pumped by Degens in Telegram. Called it a wrapped GameStop. It really is true, though. Speaker of scammy stuff, does anyone know what's going on at DYDX? Never even heard about it, and I kind of don't even want to mention it, honestly, because we haven't been involved in any of that stuff, so I don't even want to bring it up, man, on my channel. I don't want people to hear about things that aren't good. I do heavy research, and I know what I'm going to discuss on my show, in general. And if something's just not right, I'm not talking about it, right? So I'm just not going to really discuss what you discussed. You could DM me, and I'll personally research it for you and help you. I don't want to not help you. I just don't want to put things out there that don't need to be put out there. I might even delete your comment just because I don't want people to know what it is. It is a scam, though. So, guys, shout out. Something scammy is going on with DYDX. Are you talking about the dollar index? You fucking, this guy, man. I love you guys, man. The DXY? Oh, wow. So they are pumping the dollar. So let's take a look at the dollar now. So they pumped the dollar. Interesting. So remember on the 4-hour, we had the dollar kind of tanking, right? It was in this falling wedge. And we got all the way to a bottom here at 89. And we pumped. We are kind of going sideways now, in my opinion. But a bit of a shoulder head and a right shoulder. Does the dollar want to gap back up to 92? And why? Who wants to be in the dollar? I mean, the dollar's pumping today. That's the reason why Bitcoin's having a little trouble. The dollar's pumping, but it got sold off hard at 90.90. Already lost 40 points, which is big. And if you're talking Forex, that's actually pretty big for as much as we've only been open a couple hours in the market today. So that's a big deal in my opinion. That sell-off is a good sign. People don't want to be in the dollar. They're using it for some reason, but they don't want to be in the dollar. Could have been the profit taking, right? Rotation is happening. I thought DIDX was an exchange. I think it is. I have no idea what he was talking about, honestly. Mix, aka J Soul, my man. Yeah, DM me though, and I'll look at it. I just don't want to I don't want to get anyone in anything. You know, you could tell us more about it if you want. Try to be more clear. You know, clarify it. Just why should I put it out there if it's shady, right? They don't get my time and my space because they haven't done the right thing. So why should we give them any publicity, right? Especially if they're scammers, man. They don't belong here. 125, Cake about to hit all-time highs. All-time high for Cake was about 128. Cake doing an amazing dip dive right now. Thank you, sweetheart. You were the best. Okay, wasn't a big deal. Okay, so Cake doing its thing, man. Look at Cake in a bull flag, beautiful bull flag, and about to break to the upside. So I'm bullish, man. So the whole market seems weird, but nothing I'm invested in seems to be too messed up. So it's if people just listen to the lifer, they'd have a better life. Whatever. I'm sure there's another guy out there killing my portfolio. Right? I'm not doing the best. I could be doing more. I actually lose sleep some nights. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I didn't research enough coins. I didn't stake enough. Why didn't I buy this one? I'm the worst trader in the world. I do, man. I'm like, damn. Why didn't I get alpha? Why wasn't I in Matic? How come I don't win every trade around? You know, that's the mind. You really. So there's 500 cryptos, and you think you're gonna get every one of them every single time? Come on, man. But my brain does that to me a lot. It probably does it to you. And it's, what are the BSN invested tokens looking like on charts? No idea what you're talking about. And no offense, I don't want to be rude to you, but until I know more, I'm not gonna waste my time running around. No, Sam. Yeah, what is the BSN invested tokens looking like on charts? No idea what he's talking about. Once I start doing the research, I'm gonna be off my game. And so sorry, Robert. I don't mean to be rude. I just have to do. Please. Yeah, he's gotta understand. Yeah. And just DM me, Robert. Please join the Telegram and DM us, and we'll get ready for the next show. We'll get that content in there for the next show. But we want to make sure when we're bringing up content, we know exactly what we're discussing. People come to my channel and they actually do research what I talk about. They spend time looking at what I talk about, and I don't want to waste their time. Okay, so I make sure my subject matter is vetted before I bring it to somebody else, because I have that respect for my subscribers and the people that share their most precious resource with me, their time. Inverted head and shoulders here on Zilliqua. Even though it's twisted, these things work out pretty well. Look. You have a left shoulder. You have a head. You have a right shoulder. Boom. Look at that. You take the neckline to the head. You swing that over to the right shoulder. That gives you your target out of this wedge, which is going to put Zilliqua back into all-time highs. And I feel like it's going to run. I just entered Zilliqua at about 6.5 area. 6, even here right now, is textbook. Bouncing off the bottom of the trend line in the rising wedge in the last 25% of the wedge. Textbook with the inverted head and shoulders. Zilliqua, baby. Zilliqua. It's consolidated now for about 2 weeks since its big pump on December 27th. Actually, a month of consolidation. It's a DEX, and there was rumors of a drop. But that, yeah, see, like, I don't want to even bring that up, man. You got rumors of a FUD that's not happening. You're bringing it up in the channel, and now I'm a fudder, right? So I'm not mad at you. I'm explaining why the integrity of the group is so important and why I don't mention rumors. You know, I try not to. I'm sure I've done it once or twice, you know, but I try not to bring things up if I don't know what's going on with them. YFI having a problem today, which is kind of strange, right? It's DeFi. It's moving. Why is YFI just, you know? Wow, it's kind of scary. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Is that a possible head and shoulders for YFI? Look at it. Could also say, okay, it's in this bit of a flag here, and it's trying to form down into the wedge with some fake outs. But it's DeFi, man. It should be moving with the rest of DeFi. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Is in a bit of an uptrend, though. On its way out of the pattern. Still forming an uptrend. Lower highs, higher lows, so doing good. Needs to break out of this pennant and get back up here to that 40,000 area. It does have a small target if it breaks out. Well, it seems small. It's actually pretty big. It would actually put it into all-time highs at 50,000 for one coin. This is 28,000 a coin, man. This is very similar to the price of Bitcoin. Okay. Remember Zen, man, they are getting bought up by Grayscale. So there's a reason why they're on this uptrend and doing their thing. And look, if you throw it in a channel, this is a pretty simple play. Price went up, price came down, price went up, price came down, price went up, price came down. Where do you think price is going to go now? Possibly back to the upside? It would make sense, wouldn't it? Especially if you see a wick and some buy pressure. What was the buy pressure for, right? 33% gains out of Horizon, Zen, baby. So getting bought up by Grayscale as well. That's them. I believe they explode soon. Explode in what way? Like explode to the upside? I know we're all here to talk crypto, but Nikola is pumping as we speak. Yeah, it's full. Everything is pumping as we speak, though. It kind of doesn't matter anymore. Like, I know I'm going to sound, right? It sounds like rude, but I'm just like, it's all pumping, man. They're pumping money into the market. Anything that can pump will pump. Anything that has a freaking pulse is pumping right now. It's kind of disgusting. Because it's like, I'm a trader who likes to find deals and go in and out of stuff. And like, for this just to continue. I told you Fluent was continuing to move. They've taken control. The stock traders have taken control. Fluent about to break $6. Actually did go. It went all the way to 614. I gave you guys Fluent back here at 245. I said Fluent's on its way. I talked about it numerous times. I showed hidden bullish divergence right around here. Fluent broke up, came back down. I was talking about right here. I circled it. I have it circled. I said this is your buy zone right here at 245. Look for Fluent to continue to the upside. Nailed it. I nailed this call. One of my best friends refused to do it. I gave him this call. I actually called him. I sat him down. He was complaining about other things. I said, listen, you're in things. You go up, they go down. I said, if you really want to do something, I said, get into Fluent at 245. I had a talk with him. You know, again, this isn't financial advice. Everything, I don't do anything I say and do here on this channel. Please do your own research. Do your own digits. This is all for entertainment purposes only. But I told him, man, you want to make a coin, you want to make a killing, 245 for Fluent. That's where it is. Okay, I'm trying to ask around, not rumors though. It is live. I will keep them here, and there's enough other stuff popping out there. Thanks. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Shout out to Jose, man. Thank you so much for everything you do, and thank you for that private lesson we had the other day. We were also talking about Nikola. You made the call last week. Yeah, I just want to look at it. I do want to look at it. I appreciate you bringing it up. I'm not trying to be that rude. It's just crazy that everything is pumping. Like, Hey, that sock company is pumping. Hey, it's like, what isn't pumping? You know what I'm saying? Like, what isn't pumping? It's nuts. That's why at least some things in crypto are up and down. It's kind of nice. SXP finally doing its thing. Honestly, it's a nice midterm hold. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. It's in the bowl. And what do we talk about, man? I tell you guys, make bowls and buy the bottoms of the bowls and then hold them. This thing is going to do this. And then it's going to explode to the upside on the right side of the bowl. It's going to look a lot like DOT and a lot like sand. Dollar cost average into SXP and then sell that thing on a double, baby. Yeah, I mean, it's clear where we're going, where we're headed. Look at sushi. Still holding it. It went all the way to $10, man. Sushi, bro. Unbelievable. Theta back to 2. It's funny that you see it broke bound. Now it's kind of popping up again, but I still like Theta in this area. It's consolidating between 190 and 210 area, really. And it's only a matter of time till Theta just decides to make a move. Unify likes to follow Uni. Remember that. Coming down for a bit of a rejection, but is that a cup and handle, my friends? It resembles one pretty close to me, with a breakout that never happened back into the channel. Cup, handle, boom. So Unify. Look for Unify to follow Uni. On the 4-hour, look, it's low. Just has to reset. Kind of come down a little bit. Maybe put a buy order in at 856. These areas. And boom, Unify going all the way back to 1194. Uni, man. I talked about Uni. I got in Uni at 770. Somewhere in this region here. It broke out to the upside like you wouldn't believe. Now, I had this drawn like so, with a flag here in this of this nature. And boom. Puts us up even higher, right? We went well above the target, but that's how I'm getting these targets, even in price discovery, right? Now, you could take a fib extension on an impulse. That's possible, right? So how do you do fib extensions? Let's show you, because people don't talk about it a lot. So you go here to fib extension, the trend-based fib extension. And what you need is you need an impulse. You need an impulse and a depulse, right? So kind of impulse is here, comes to this point, and then comes back down to here. And that's going to give you basically your fib extensions. You need 3 points to create a fib extension. And it's pretty interesting how we wicked pretty close to that 1618. I mean, you know, that was your target. We came damn close to it. We bounced off of this level here, right? That line that was our target. Looked like we could come back down to the 112 or the 786. So there's your fib extensions. We can take that away for a second now, and now we can do a fib retracement. That is going to be Alt F as a quick keyboard shortcut for you. And if this tends to be the high, which I feel like it's going to be a temporary high, that was a run of runs. We're up 100% in literally a couple days. We come back down to the 0.5 Fibonacci at 985, or in between the 0.5 and the 618 in the golden pocket. We talk about the golden pocket a lot. It's between the 0.5 Fibonacci and the 618. Yeah, and in a strong bull run though, sometimes the 382 is all we need, but we'll watch it. Will Uni come back down to $10, $11? We shall see. Dot for sure, but so Lonia, EOS, Algo, yeah. You were also talking about Nicola. I was. Where is it though? I had it on a different chart. I'm not sure where it is. I might just have to add it here. I mean, it reminds me of Nikola Tesla, right? So when you hear Nikola Corporation, it's like they're trying to run off of the Tesla name, right? To me, I mean. And there you go, man. We talked about it. I said it was going to boom, right? We had you. We said, hey, looks like it could break out of the wedge. So I guess, yeah, technically that's another 100% call. But almost, it's getting kind of ridiculous. You can make 100% sneezing on a napkin at this point. Like, this is insane. It really is. It really is. It really is. And okay. Nokia? You talking about Nokia? Or are you talking about a crypto? Yeah, it's got to be this one you're talking about. The New York. Is that Scooter? Scooter, are you Levi's 502, man? I'm wondering, man. You're one of these guys, and I'm trying to find out who you are now. Now I realize you're hidden here. You're the Chief Dubas. See, one of my friends is incognito now in the group, he said. And I think it's Levi 502. No, it's not. Okay. Dang. Let me see if he's here. Are you there? See, I just got a text from someone. You see how correlated Bitcoin was to the market dip this morning? Bitcoin is not correlated to the market. Bitcoin's correlated to the US dollar in retrospective and inversement. So, look at this thing. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Nokia. Nokia just went from $4. Like, this is nuts. Like, this is insane. Like, I've never seen every stock in the world going up. Like, every single stock in the world. It's kind of scary, right? It's like, when does the bubble end, man? You know? And how greedy are we, guys? Like, how greedy are we? Look at BOT now forming a flag after that pump. Unreal. Like, this thing says it's not done yet. It's just starting the parabola. I mean, this makes sense in crypto. We used to have this in crypto, but now the regular market's starting to kind of look like crypto. I don't like it, too, because people are like, well, I don't need to be in crypto if the regular market is just going to pump like crypto pumps. I'd like to hear you discuss Icon and engine charts also. Yeah, for sure, man. I love Icon. It's doing some amazing things. But look at this on the 1 hour. Bot still wants to retrace and pump. Look at it on the 4 hour. We're curling back down.
Daddy, can you teach me how to snowboard when we're going down the big hills?
We'd have to get you a snowboard. That's a whole big thing. But yes, I will start to show you.
We have some in the basement.
I will start to teach you. Those are really big, though. We're going to have to get a little kiddie snowboard for you.
Oh.
We'll figure it out, all right?
Okay,
We'll figure it out. Okay, let's take a look at Icon. Icon, one of my top 10 holding coins. I bring up Icon all the time. I made a video of my top 10 coins, and I brought Icon into that fold. A lot of people looked at me funny. Icon? Didn't even know what it was, man. It's going to have my ID. It runs North Korea. Look at the trajectory it's been on, okay? Just look at it. I had it in this rising wedge, the falling wedge, said it would break out. It formed the bowl. And again, man, I can't drill this into your guys' heads enough. How you make gains in this is you make bowls and you buy the bowls. Like, strategy is simple. Like, I could show you 100 indicators, charts, and all this stuff. Dude, if you just buy bowls, if you just make bowls and just start getting them in where you think you're close, you know, whenever you see a nice dip, these are your dippage. Yeah, man, and then boom, explosion. And then that's where it goes to that all-time high, or the temporary all-time high, because we've been up to $10 in this coin before. Look at giant double bottom. ICX is booming, man, booming. Went all the way to 94, came back down. This is a big holding of mine. I love ICX. Super happy to see ICX doing its thing. Yeah, we look at it on the daily. On the daily, it's a little extended, right? Looks like it's going to have a little bit of a retracement, actually. Maybe back to the 66 area. We have some strong support here. Hope we don't go all the way back to that 49.50 area. We have strong support here at around 67. So, Engine, man, did an unbelievable. I was looking at Engine when it was around 2-3 cents. I knew it was going to be a big coin. I talked about it a lot, even on my other channel when I first started doing reviews. Loved Engine Coin. You know, the fact that you could use coins in different games. And you can see Engine Coin kind of did this. We put it in somewhat of a pattern here. Something like that. Broken up, broke down. It is flagging, doing well. Higher low here. Interacting with the 200-day moving average as well. Interesting. It looks, right now the 1 hour wants to go to the upside. The 4 hour also wants to go to the upside. So right now we're looking at a possible move for Engine. I don't know if it can get all the way through this target with the 1 hour and the 4 hour before that daily kicks in. But engine could get back, could go all the way to 69 from where we're at now at 37. After that dip from the high of about 49, that's all-time highs too. So it's very close to all-time highs. Did something unbelievable. And I feel like this market is just starting to heat up, just beginning. There is so much more to go. There is so much more to go, right? Okay, and then, so we went over the dollar for you. We went over Bitcoin. We went over Bitcoin dominance. We looked at total and total 2. We're both bullish on both of those. Looks like Bitcoin wants to expand. Looks like the money wants to get to 1.5 trillion. Looks like the altcoins want to get up to 500 billion. I mean, that's what we saw here. The dailies on these look ready to go. They're oversold. That means they're on their way to the upside. So look for the next week. Big things to come into this market. 9 billion holding and 329 billion holding right now. And so I gave you your target up here. So we went over the entire market, right? 30% engine calculation of mine. Yeah, it makes sense. One coin hasn't really moved a lot, isn't doing much. Let's take a look at one coin. Doing a bit of a double bottom here, actually, and starting to come out of the side. Dude, cup and handle, guys, look. Cup and handle for one. I see it. I see it. Huh. I might have to put a trade alert on this one. What do you guys think? I mean, that's a cup and handy. A Koopa Honda. A Koopa and a Honda. But there's your cup. There's your handle. Sometimes handles are pennant. Sometimes handles, I've seen handles go all the way to the side. I've seen handles go down. Cup and handle. And you're at the bottom of the cup and handle. Right here. I mean, that's textbook. Textbook. With the daily kind of getting lower here on the Stokes, you might wait for a curve. A little more red histogram. But dude, keep this on your radar, man. One is starting to consolidate and doing its thing. It's only a matter of time. You see, every one of them, they did the bull and then they exploded. So, one coin, man. NIO continuing to rip. I mean, if it's big, it's going to rip. Look, it broke out of this pennant. And look, again, you pull this to the white line, which is my 21-day moving average. You bring it up here. That gives you my target. We didn't hit the target all the way yet. We're right here. But we're forming a bull flag. Like this. See that? And that gives you another temporary target outside of the bull flag. Like so. Breaking that other position and getting us even higher up to the 80 region. So NIO looks bullish. Looks like one wants to go, man. What about Nano? Dude, Nano is hot. I'll be honest, like, I had a blind eye for Nano for a long time. But one of my subscribers handed me $100 worth of Nano, which is now $358. And now look at Nano flagging like a mo. Look at that. It's a possible descending triangle because it's kind of flatter on the bottom than it is on the top, which is a bearish sign, honestly. But it is down on the Stokes and the daily. So it may want to drop out, come back into the pattern. Gonna watch this. The daily wants to kind of come a little bit, but it's double bottom turning out. So definitely would be a good time to nil. Like if you want to put 10 grand in this, I would put the first 3 grand in it now, or the first 1,000. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is something I would just suggest, I guess, to a friend or family member if they were asking me what I would do with Nano and how to play it safely. Looks like it has a target of about 696. Is that it? 646. Nano, though, on that huge rip from the $1 region, it went all the way from 1 to 5. It was actually one of the first coins to do a 5x. Everything else is kind of just getting started. And Nano, just the end of December, just boom, look. January 1st, this thing was just flying. In since 0045 in one, yeah. That'd be good if you were Nano since 0045. That would be unbelievable. Anyway, yeah. Cool, man. So things going well. Pax Gold is at EG. Let's take a look at gold. I haven't looked at gold in a while. Gold and silver. Let's just take a look at the Gus funds real fast. Apple, man, I gave you the call. 122. Really did. We talked about it. We discussed it. Then look, it formed this falling wedge, and it says it's going to break to the upside. Interesting. Look at that on the daily. Broke out of the upside, target 145, and then we had a smaller target for Apple out of the pennant. Did I delete my old work? Yeah, because remember we had this pennant here. We also had this. This is where I really established Apple. It was in this bull pennant. And when it broke out at about 119, 120, that's when I put out the call, right? And then I have a longer target out of the pennant. And it's about 170, 160, between 160 and 170 is my target for Apple. So yeah, it's been a long, this has been I mean, there's so much other stuff has gone up since we made this call. We made this call back in November, you know, back in late November. Apple looked very bullish to me, and I said it looks a lot like Tesla. So shout out to my man. Give you some dibby dabs. You guys made me cool, man. You made the old man cool. Look at the inverted head and shoulders on CTX. Okay, CTX inverted head and shoulders. Looks like it's going to break this neckline and get all the way back up here to 174. They're printing so much money and it has to go somewhere. It's not going into the savings accounts because people are being punished for saving. And that's what's going to happen in an inflationary, hyperinflationary situation. People are going to start getting people are going to start getting punished for saving money. Saving money is not going to be a good look. Now, no one's ever discussed this with me. Is this a possible cup and handle? Now, we had our first cup and handle, but could we almost say this is a cup and handle? I'm just kind of going out there on a whim here. But that kind of looks like, right? Am I wrong? I mean, I'm just being open-minded. Looking at things for how they are, but to me, that looks like a cup and handle. It looks like a cup and handle to me, man. You know? It really does. So, I don't know. You tell me. But that looks like a cup and handle. With a target at $4.51 for 1 inch, man. One of the nicest, biggest exchanges. This coin is their exchange coin. 1 inch is great. Unbelievable. Shout out to all the subscribers out there on the channel. You guys rock. Give you guys a little love for that. The daily is spent on 1 inch. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, you can't look at the daily on 1 inch, man. That is a false statement you just made. Falsification. The coin is too new to look at the daily, my friend. You will be reprimanded later on in the chat for giving false information. Anyway, if you pull a fib, it'll fall to the 706 fib in that handle. Like right there, the 197. TD Ameritrade went down? Are you kidding me? This is possible problems at TD Ameritrade. Huge. Wow. Damn, yo. Unable to display content due to missing consent. This is BS. I'm removing all funds from TD Ameritrade ASAP. Considering the restrictions, it's not easy to do. Can't even log in right now. It boot me out. I hold GME, AMC. Oh, and that what you call restrictions? What the F? Wow, he's not going to be able to sell? Yo, they're going to try to kick. Yo, you know what they're doing? They saw most of these people came from Ameritrade. This is a coordinated attack by the hedge funds. Come on, man. You guys know it is. A coordinated attack by the hedge funds to stop these guys from being able to continue to buy GameStop to try to hedge their losses. These guys do not play fair, man. This is not, there's no such thing as a coincidence. I'm telling you right now, there is no such thing as a coincidence. You know? This guy was near your car. Your car has a squeaky wheel. What was going on? It was the dude near your car messing with your wheels. Like, it's don't second guess stuff. 9 out of 10 times, you'd be more right than wrong. I'll be honest. Even if you think you're insane. If you think you're nuts, then you probably know what's going on. Isn't that crazy? Nope, don't take the master money. Yeah, dude, they can't have that. Don't take our free over leveraged funds that we get from the Federal Reserve at 0.001% interest while we charge you an arm and a leg. Please. Bunch of scumbags, man. It's about time they got some of their own medicine, man, in my opinion. It's about time. But then they hack them, TD Ameritrade. They pay some hacker somewhere. That's probably what they did. Live outage map. Look at this, man. TD Ameritrade going down today, and that's a big deal. Wow. TD Ameritrade is down. This is not good news at all. People are pissed. Today's a crazy day. It really is in the markets. Like, you can feel it. Just something funny is going on, man. Ugh, something funny is going on. It really is. Only a matter of time, right? Wow, problems at TD Ameritrade, dude. In Boston, New York, Washington, Dallas, Atlanta. Like, damn, dude. Like, I can't fix TD Ameritrade load balancing issues on the low. This is at 11:52 a.m. This is 10 minutes ago. This is not true. Neither app is working for me or web portals, and the help center isn't responding. I've been long and underwater on NOK for a couple of years. Nice to be back in the green at last. By the way, anyone else having problems with their trading platforms today? Wow, he's been in NOK for years. See, he didn't sell though. This is BS. I'm removing all funds. I can't even log in right now. TD Ameritrade, Fidelity gave me issues on AMC. Not able to sell some at 19, but okay at 15. I use E-Trade. No issues today so far. Thank God, man. If you like going to move your portfolio from Vanguard Group to TD Ameritrade as soon as the site comes back up, twice in a week with this outage being over 2 hours is unacceptable. Yo, TD Ameritrade, get your ish together, man. But I think it's a coordinated attack. I really do. I really, really do. So, guys, I'm bullish on the day, man. I'm bullish on overall movement in, look at Penn Gaming. Don't sell Penn Gaming till 122, 124. That's going to be my target for Penn. We went all the way to, what, 110. Got rejected again, but I'm still bullish on Penn Gaming, man. 122 is my target for Penn Gaming. SKL. This got added to Coinbase, had a nice pump, and then a nice dump. Interesting. Damn, back to 894 in the total market cap, though. We're taking a little bit of a dump. We really are. Interesting. Look at U.S. Tether. Look at Tether dominance. Let's see if it's rising a little bit. It is. That's moving with the U.S. dollar. 214 all the way to 282. Tether dominance has been going up slowly since January 7th. So people have been slowly getting back into Tether a little more than they have been. And now you can see Tether's kind of in a bit of a ascending triangle here. It could also be a bear flag, though. You know? It could be a bear flag. We'll see. It could break down all the way back down to $2. Yeah, NOK. Look, he was just talking about NOK. Nokia tanks now. Of course, man. Dude, like, that is a pump and dump. Like, let's look at the tank, though. It's fun to watch these tanks. Interesting. And that's why I don't chase stuff like this. I'm not that type of trader. I wouldn't get you guys into things like that. I wouldn't put you into high-risk positions, you know. Look at that dump, though. Amazing dump. Bam. Sell off. 689 back to, yeah, not too bad though, considering where it's at. Not too bad at all. Nokia though, who owns a Nokia phone? Remember those phones? This is like a blast from the past, dude. So nice day to pick up some Wing. Honestly, $14 on a dip. Look at Wing kind of beaten down. Let's look at it on the bigger time frame, like a 12-minute. Bigger time frame, like on a 12-minute there, kid. I lived in New York for years. I moved back to Boston for a year, and my accent's already back a little bit. I think I always had it. I just kind of concealed it in New York so I didn't get like harassed sometimes, you know. And now that it's here, it's like back out again. Look, cup and handle for Wing. I gave you the target up there, all the way at 223. We would hit it, come back down. Now we're consolidating in another bull. So remember, man, we're just forming another next layer of consolidation. I keep telling you guys, if you can put things in bowls. So we went over one is in a bowl today. Write that down. Wing is in a bowl today. Write that down. Okay, SXP is forming the right side of the bowl. Write those down. Wing, SXP. What was the other one? Now I forgot it already. But you know, because I told you already. Wing, SXP, they're both in the bowl, right? What else was in the bowl? OneCoin is in the bowl, right? So those three, man, they're in the place where we've showed you numerous times coins have exploded. Nano forming a bit of a bowl. Look at this. Might even be the middle of the bowl, which is like your money spot. Something like that. Something like this. So anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. Let's take a look at Link. How is Link doing today? Kind of leads the charge. It tells you a little bit of something, what's happening in the markets. Link still holding $20. We went as low as 17. When did we do that? So we went as high as 23, went as low as 17, pumped all the way to that 25.80, almost 26, 25.89. Now we're coming back down, a little bit of a double top with some bearish divvy though, right? Look, swing up to swing up, and we got swing down to swing down. We got bearish divergence there. Looks like we want to come down more. Bit of a double top, so I'm going to play it like a double top and look at it. It looks like that is the neckline. We might come all the way back here to 14.94. Don't be surprised. I made a prediction for Link that we would go all the way back down to the $8 region and then pump to 25. And look, we did exactly what I talked about. And what's funny is, I'll show you this, guys. I have a track record here, multiple track records. I have multiple things that I've done and published. I published this stuff, right? Look at the plug projection here. And then you can see what if I'm right with plug, right? And what I love about these is you can play them and see how they actually play and see if they play to the upside or the downside of my suggestion. So there's two scenarios here. We're going to stay in the flag. We're going to come back down to the 618. If we stay in the flag, we're going to go break to the upside. And look, we're staying in the flag. See that? So now we can negate the bottom area and decide that we're in a flag now. So I gave it two options. It chose one, right? Prediction for the total market cap. Let's take a look at that. I said we're going to start going up in here and then forming a new wedge. Let's take a look how much we follow my projection. So we went sideways, but we went down. We didn't keep continuing up. We went down and went all the way sideways. So I was wrong there at about right there is where my prediction ended. But, you know, I still think we're going to go up into that wedge, though. Just wasn't perfect. And then band to break out to the target. Looks like band could get all the way to 1142. And this is where I was watching. And look, band went exactly to my target. To the T. Hit it twice. Tweezer topped. Exactly to my target. 66%. So this projection went exactly to plan. And this was out there for weeks before it happened. I put this out on December 16th. We eventually hit the target on January 21st. So a month before I gave you this. Now we take a look at Link. And you can see I said Link to retrace below $8, possible to a low of 7, and then bounce back to $20, $25. It's insane how I nailed this one. And you can see, you can be like, oh, he's wrong, but I wasn't. You can see the wick came right there to the 706. That wick does touch. They actually wicked even further right to this area at $8.15. So we would go. I said below 8. Actually, I think it did go below 8. About 806. 806. So I was off by like a couple cents. And where did it pump? All the way to 25. I called this on November 26th, man. Right around this area here. In this area is where I made it. So there was no idea that we were going down. But what I did is I projected a double bottom. I thought we would elongate down here and do it like this. I didn't think we'd go up so sharp. But that prediction went exactly as I called it out on November 26th. So you could see, man, multiple things. You need to pop. This is on September 24th. Uni did not pop. Uni did pop, man. This is wrong. Why is it saying that? Uni's at, like, interesting. This is wrong because Uni is really high. Do I have to, I have to keep playing this. So we went down, we went down, we went down, we went down. So that one didn't work. You would have had to hold that one for months. So about like 2 out of them didn't work, but 4 of them were unbelievable. You know? So you could see all the stuff. Drep to pop, that happened. Doc to pop, that went exactly as planned. Yeah. Aeon breakout coming. So just stuff. Follow me at Remote Chief on TradingView. I couldn't put my name back to Crypto Lifer. It would only let me do one. So I'm stuck with Remote Chief. All right, guys. I have to make a run for it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for being here today. 24 people watching, 24 likes. Really all I could ask for, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to St. Elmo, my man. Shout out to Bagwell33, Robert Cox, Jesse B, Hadouken, Eddie DC, Levi 502, Mixed, a.k.a. Jasol, Renchi T, Jose Pedro Valverde, Patricio, Levi 502, Bagwell33, Renchi T, Robert Cox, Chris Conlon, Arati, Chief Dubas, Graph Kings, and everybody out here. Oswaldo, my dude. Everyone out here on the live stream. Really, really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And remember, if you came to my live stream, you're already doing the right thing, man. You're doing great. Yesterday, the live stream was popping off. They did something to the SEO with my live stream. Because you see, we got all the way up to 98 views while I was live streaming. I have no idea why. But have a wonderful time, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining in. And look out for more content and more ways to make money and earn with cryptocurrency. Thank you guys so much. And have a great day. If you came to my channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. And 1, 2, 3. Let's do the mantra together. This will be a great year. I believe that. Let's say the mantra together. Crypto is life. I love you guys. Be safe. Love yourselves. Be good to yourselves. And have a wonderful day. And don't be worried. And don't panic sell your coins. Do not panic sell.